I thought it was great. I think earlier in the year, I think we maybe started 7-6 or something like that. And I think at that point we kind of made a decision that we was going to stick with the plan and stick with the changes to try to find a way to get better throughout the season. And I think even after All-Star break, we start off I think 8-11, 8-12, something like that. And we made another decision to be able to stick with the plan. I think a lot of guys did a great job of just sticking with the process and never flinching on what we had planned for ourselves moving forward. So I thought it was great.
Do you plan to chat with Kevin about his free agency at any point?
No, not now. I mean, I plan to just enjoy our break. Plan to just enjoy this time to decompress and just have some time to chill.
Really had an unknown with one of these really major guys going to free agency. I mean, is there any nerves from your
Say it again.
Is there any nerves or anxiousness from your side of things? Just to
nerves from no, not nerves. I mean, Kevin is a guy that obviously myself and including other guys we all want back here with Oklahoma City Thunder. But at the same time, he has to make a decision that's best for him and what best fits him. But Kevin's, like I said, I always say before, like a brother to me. So regardless of what happens, we're always going to be friends, and everything's going to work out. So
you guys obviously have something special though. The way you played the month of May, beating the Spurs, taking the Warriors to the limit with a bunch of young guys. You and Kevin are now the old guys. Do you like the future if Kevin stays?
I like it, definitely, man. I think we have a great team. A lot of guys that can contribute in a lot of different ways, as you've seen. A lot of guys that improved over the season, not just throughout the playoffs, but gotten better, mentally. And I think that's the main part, not just physically, but mentally gotten better, and definitely made us a better team.
How did you connect with Billy throughout the season? Was there any rocky moments or?
No, I mean, I think we just try to find ways to figure each other out and learn each other's personalities, and me trying to find ways to learn the best way to make it easier to coach me. And I'm just trying to find ways to listen. I was all ears, and Billy was great, and just kind of listening to some of the things I had to say, and he was great to kind of relaying them to the team and making us a better team. So.
When you say that, figure out ways to coach you, what do you mean by that?
Just trying to find ways to make it easier. I mean, I try to find ways to tell him and explain to him, what some of the guys may like to do on our team, or some of the guys what their tendencies were before he got here, or different things that I may know about the guys that he may not know about them and all their personalities. And that kind of helps him coach guys whatever the way he may feel. So.
What do you think of his offense and kind of the offensive job?
I thought he was great, and I thought he did an amazing job just coming in and finding ways to kind of best fit everybody, all the tools we had. And he did a great job of just being open. And he came in with a great attitude, and it definitely showed. So.
Was there one particular area that you think that the team needs to improve upon heading into next season?
I think just mental toughness. I think we've got very, very well at that point, but I think to make the next step, we have to constantly do that throughout the whole season, not just letting the playoffs, because I thought we turned the page when it got to this time of year. But I think if we constantly keep that from start to finish, it makes it easier for us in certain situations.
Russell, you guys still looking for that championship. How much does that eat at you that you hadn't got one? How much does it fuel you to try to keep getting one? How does that affect you?
It's just something, obviously, as a player and as a competitor, you want to win a championship every year, but it's not as easy as you may think. And I think every year you got to find ways the best way to win it. And it's a process. It's an everyday process, not just a jump right to the playoffs, to the finals. It's a process, and as you've seen, we know that. So we just got to take the process and try to find ways to get it done.
When you guys look at what you need roster-wise, improvement-wise, whether it's different players or guys on your team getting better, what do you see as maybe a need on this roster?
I think we're good. I think we got what we need, and I think we put ourselves in position, and we showed that we have the tools to win games at the highest level, beat the best teams, and do what we need to do. So that I'm not worried about.
What do you think about going against Curry for 7 games straight?
Say it again.
Talk about going against Curry
7 games.
Going against Golden State was good, man. They had a great team. I think they obviously they made it to the finals, so they're a great team. I think they do a great job of making us do different things, especially as a team, and they play small, so it changes up a little bit. So, but I thought they were the better team and they beat us.
You're facing, kind of a high-profile free agency year, kind of like Kevin did this year, coming up next year. How he handled it, just kind of the spectacle of that. Just teach you how to do anything next year.
No, I don't think that far ahead, man. Right now I'm just worried about the summertime and enjoying my time off.
Is there one particular area that you felt you improved the most throughout the year?
Me, yeah, I think just communicating with my team, finding ways to lead the guys. For me, I think that's the most important part of just being able to find ways to lead and at the same time still improve on my game and what I'm doing. And I think I did a better job of that throughout the season.
Your three-point shooting was kind of under the microscope all season, shooting around 30%. Do you feel like that has to be a part of your game going forward, or do you feel like?
No, I don't have to. I just got to shoot better ones. I don't think it has to be a part of my game. I think for me, I don't, three-point shooting doesn't change much of what I do because scoring is not just what I do, so I'm not really worried about it.
You've talked about trying to cut down, maybe the bad ones, the pull-up ones at times. How hard is that for you, though, especially if there's like clock situations or other things to do?
There's a lot of things that goes into it. I mean, especially when shot clock's going down and I have the ball, I have to make it, put a shot up. So, but all that to me, that's why I don't worry about it because it doesn't really affect at least how we play or my game and numbers and all that stuff doesn't bother me much because what I do on the court doesn't matter about three-point shooting. So, not really one of my worries.
Russell, you got into double digits assists per game this year, and then in the playoffs it even went up. How high can that go? I mean, you've sort of been raising it most years, step by step. How high?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's funny though. Now the question is how high can it go? Before was I passing? Now it's how high can it go? That's funny, man. I don't know, man. I just play to win. That's it.
Yes, unless you're passing too much now. What's the deal?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Passing, I don't know. Maybe passing too much. I gotta see. Maybe I can average 20 assists or something. Maybe. Who knows?
Russ, where do you feel like you guys learned things that you can apply moving forward as a team from the Golden State series experience?
Just mentally. I think, like I said, physically, obviously we're 3-1 and we found ways to win games at a high level. But I think just the mental toughness, especially playing in hostile environments like their place, and finding ways to kind of get over the hump through thick and thin throughout the game. And I think that's a bigger step.
Will Game 6 linger, the fact that you guys had that lead and almost closed them out?
I mean, linger. It won't linger. I mean, I think obviously now the game is over. You just gotta find ways to get back to it next year. Find ways to improve, not just from that game, but just from the overall season. So.
How good can Steven Adams become? You think at 22? What he's just
Oh, very good, man. He's he obviously he's improved over the course of the season, and this year he made a huge jump, just defensively and just him communicating and him being a lot more mature than last year, and you've seen it this postseason. I think he can be one of the best centers, especially offensively. I mean, he has a lot of different tools to his game that this year he wasn't able to show as much, but I think he's he's a special player.
Same vein with Andre, seemed to really blossom in the playoffs.
Yeah.
What, individually and as a team, what did this playoff run do in your mind for how good you guys can be together?
I mean, it gives guys some sense of confidence. I think guys know obviously what it takes to get to a certain level, but they also know what it took for themselves. What they had to sacrifice, what they had to do to kind of get better and better each and every day to prepare themselves for a playoff game. And I think it helped a lot of those guys out, especially the ones that never played the playoffs. Ennis, Dion, guys like that helped them out and made them better as well.
Anybody else? Thanks, Russ.
man. Yeah, I'll see y'all September or something.
Yeah.